Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. The Detroit Pistons preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And they'll be doing their best to establish superiority over this club, something they failed to do a year ago.
And it's the Pistons to start out. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. Hardaway is out there with Ntilikina, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 roaming the paint. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Bradley's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pistons. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
Lure can't hit. Hardaway for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Harris kicks to Jackson. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. No good. Shot missing. The Knicks go the other way with it. Pass to Ntilikina. Harris against Anthony. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the quickness of Ntilikina. I think that part of his game is underrated. He just has that quiet confidence about his abilities, and he has shown a little bit of explosiveness at getting to the rim.
Here's Bradley following the score by New York. 6 to shoot. 11 feet away, and he nails the jumper. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, you have to close out fast on Harris in that in-between area.
Now the pass to Hernan Gomez. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. Over Harris, and the Knicks good for 2.
And that had to be a defensive mix-up. They know he can hit from that spot.
Yeah, big miscommunication early. They allow his first points of the day.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. New York ahead, up 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
And boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through 1.
Yeah, their scoring's been on point. They've got the early lead. Always feels good when that happens.
And offensively, the great teams pass up a good shot for a great shot, and San Antonio seems to be a nice example of that, if not this year, certainly in the past. Where do you draw the line, though, Steve, between great passing and then overpassing?
Well, I think then you start to look at teams that are saying these guys are not equipped mentally or physically or skill-wise to take that open shot. If you have an open shot, you got to be a little selfish, and obviously if it's a better shot, you move it on. But at times, you got to take that good shot and believe that you can make it or just make the right play. A lot of teams are not making the right play. They're overpassing.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Kyle O'Quinn, Ntilikina out there with Baker. Then it's Lee, and it's Kuzminskas in at the 4. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Kuzminskas from past the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Down low. Smith kicks to Galloway. Back to Smith. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Dishes to Tolliver. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Tolliver's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pistons. Baker kicks to Kuzminskas. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. New York, no good that time either.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without fouling.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Now here is Smith. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Marjanovic over old Quinn. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Detroit shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And a season ago, only converting at about a 72% clip from the line.
And that one misses. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters, an elite level scorer who gets plenty of opportunities.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Knicks lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
And welcome
Show.
to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time of the year. NBA season getting underway. Hey.
I'm excited. I am really excited. I am really, really excited.
For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Lure and Drummond together down low. Jackson and Bradley are in the backcourt. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now here's Anthony. He's got 6 on target from 13 feet. Anthony's got the first bucket of the third here for New York.
You know when you see a Stan Van Gundy team, you know that defense will be a key for them. He has handpicked his players here in Detroit. It's one of Van Gundy's trademarks as well as what the Pistons franchise has been known for. A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
Here's the screen. Lure against Porzingis. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up. And Smitty, you actually played under Stan Van Gundy when you were with the Heat. What was it like playing for him as a coach?
Well, he demands a lot from you, but he's fair. He's a great X and O coach. But the one thing about Stan you have to get used to is all the screaming.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
Now here's Drummond. Right through the D for the layup. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
In attack mode inside, the best of Drummond comes out when he's being decisive.
Here's Anthony, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Knicks. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks, but if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
There's a good screen. Hardaway kicks to Anthony. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Knicks. They lead by 6. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
It's got to turn right now. They can't play harder than us. They cannot. Come on.
An impassioned speech from Stan Van Gundy. He's the best, huh? Trying to fire up his players.
Yeah, and for them at this point, it's about want to. You can talk all day, but how bad do you want it?
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. Lee out there with Baker, and it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. New York leading by 6. Lee passes to Noah. Noah with a screen on Drummond. Noah with a screen for Porzingis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Ntilikina, he's checked in for New York. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. So it's Detroit now. They set the pick. Galloway, the pass to Kennard. Here's Harris. And good work on the boards. They pick up a second chance points.
And this is the thing about Harris. He is sneaky on the glass. Do not let him get position.
Anthony down low. Harris is there. The shot's good by Anthony.
He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
Down low. Stolen by Noah. 52 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Porzingis sets the pick for Lee. New York moving the ball around. Noah kicks to Lee. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 11 feet away. Here's Drummond, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Knicks. Hardaway comes in for Courtney Lee. Here's Ntilikina, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Ntilikina, he possesses that unselfishness that really allows his guys to play their best basketball. You got to love his approach.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 8. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. And they go to the intentional foul.
Two shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And it's Detroit's ball. They trail by 7. Lure. That one misses.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
So it's New York picking up the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.